Greetings! This demonstration is to show the use of the Noritsu NPB-1 in making softcover photo books. The NPB-1 is used to take your pages and bind them into a nice softcover for a very nice personalized photo book. The Noritsu NPB-1 consists of 3 units: the creaser, the binder, and the cutter. The creaser is used to score the spine of the book to the proper size based on the number of pages to be bound. The creaser also cuts a strip of glue to the proper size to fit the book's spine. The binder is used to melt the glue strip to bind the pages to the cover. The binder also has 3 settings for heat and time, but the default settings are usually the best. The cutter is used to make the final trimming cuts to the photo book to give it nice clean edges. We'll now demonstrate how these units are used to make a softcover photo book. The first item when producing a softcover photo book is to determine the size and position of the photo book's spine. Place the pages in the creaser and then pull this bar forward, locking it in place to prevent inadvertent movement of this that would change the size of the spine. Looking down into the creaser, you can see the positioning guides that move with the thickness of the pages. We now need to find the center of the cover page. Noritsu kiosks place a mark in the center of the page to make this process easier. However, it's still easy to determine where this mark should go. In this case, this page is 10 by 17 inches, and we can now determine that the center of this page would be right at 8.5 inches. We are going to place a mark at the center of this cover page using a ruler. We know it's 8.5 inches, so we simply place that mark here at 8.5 inches. This will be the reference point for the center of our cover. We can now insert the cover into the creasing unit, aligning the center mark with our positioning guides. Using a magnet to hold down the cover, we insert the glue sheet into the creaser up into the chrome guide. At this point, we can use the scoring unit to move across and score the cover. When we take the cover out, we will have our glue strip cut to the right size for the cover. Now that the cover is creased, we need to fold the cover. By placing our finger underneath the crease, we can actually fold both sides of the crease at the same time. This will work out to give us a nice square spine. Straighten out the curl of the glue strip. As you can see, it got curled when we cut it, so it's just a matter of twisting it against the curl. This will help it lay much flatter when we place it in the photo book. We can now use these sticky dots and apply a few to the glue strip on either end to help us with the positioning of the glue strip when we place it into the cover. We want to place this in the cover approximately 1/4 to 1/2 inch from the edge so that when the glue melts, it doesn't leak out of the cover. This also helps hold the glue in place when we place the pages in. Now that we have the glue strip in the book cover, we can take our pages and place them carefully, aligning the pages with the top of the cover. We can now place the book in the binder. However, I recommend wrapping the book in a piece of plain copy paper before placing it in the binder. This will help prevent any excess glue from ending up in the binder. To start the process, we hit the start button. You will notice several lights as it goes through this process. This accounts for the heating and cooling of the book so that when the book comes out of the binder, it is completely cool and ready to handle. The book is now completely bound and ready to be handled. You can check the binding of the book by reaching in and taking a couple of the center pages and giving them a light tug to see if they are indeed bound. If they are, they will stick in place. If they're not, they will fall out and you may need to rebind. Should excess glue fall inside of the binder, we do have a cleaning tool and a cleaning mode. To enter the cleaning mode, we simply hold down the start button, turn on the power, and the heating plate will now move into position where you can use the cleaning tool to scrape away any excess glue. To get out of the cleaning mode, simply turn off the power, and the next time you turn the power on, the unit will reset itself. The cutter has a number of markings on it to make it easier to know where to cut and trim the finished photo book. At first glance, these markings may seem a bit confusing. For our photo book, we'll be using the 8x8 cut marks here at position 1, 3, and 2. We can move our guide into the 8x8 position number 1 and lock it in place with a knob. We then take our photo book, using the spine up against the side guide and pulling it down toward the horizontal guide. To initiate the cut, we press and hold the button for about 1 second. Once the cut is completed, we rotate the book 90 degrees, pull it up against the guides again, and start the second cut. For our final cut, we once again rotate in the same direction, 90 degrees, but this time we're going to engage the cam by rotating its handle downward. This will give us an extra 3 millimeters of cut to make that final trim. Start the cut once again. After the final cut is made, be sure and rotate the cam back into the upright position. Our photo book is now completed, and as you can see, it has nice finely trimmed edges, ready to present to our customer. After a little practice, you'll feel very proficient at making this type of photo book. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact our hotline. We hope this has been helpful to you.